Okay, so what do I do with the baseball once I got the baseball? I got to try to get this runner out at first. What do I do once I get the baseball? You can go through a very simple progression in figuring out how to get your feet set up properly, getting your hands separated, start moving your energy towards first base to make a throw. I got here a broomstick. I was sweeping way too hard in my house one day and I broke the broom, but I ain't going to throw that away because this can be a really helpful tool. I also got here, what is it called? A dowel that I got from Home Depot. You buy them 10 feet long, chop them in half. There you go. You got a great tool that you can use for a bunch of different things. In baseball, I got a fungo bat here. That can also be the same thing that you use. But we're using this similar to how we use the edge of the grass in order to help kids get their hands out front. So all we're doing here is working on a bit of a progression in terms of teaching them how to collect the baseball, how to break their hands apart and move their feet towards the target. So for the sake of this, where you are is where the ball's coming from, and over there is where I'm going to be throwing to. But we don't even have to start throwing. We can just simply start working on the proper way to collect the ball, break our hands apart, and move our feet. And this can be done one at a time, similar to what we did with the ground ball gobblers. There are going to be 3 kids aside. You can have them here, feet about shoulder width apart, butt back, knees a little bit bent, chest down, hands out front, hands out front. And all they're really working on is the timing of bringing the ball to the center of their body. And as they're doing that, they're starting their footwork to go towards first base. Now, if we're talking big league, we're talking about right to left, left to target. And that simply looks like this. As you're getting the baseball and bringing it in, your right foot is moving to where your left foot is, and your left foot is moving towards your target. So at a little bit of a quicker pace, it's just right to there. You're staying down in your legs and you're keeping your lead arm down. We don't want kids breaking their hands and moving their feet and not only stepping up, but going like this. Now we're throwing the ball high. We want to throw the ball nice and low. We're throwing it across the infield. 1 hopper to first is fine. 2 hopper to first is fine. A lot of big leaguers purposely throw a 1 or a 2 hopper over to first base because the ball's going to skip nice and it's going to give your first baseman a chance to always catch the baseball. But we don't want to come out of our legs and we don't want to aim up to here, okay? But knowing how our young kids are and knowing that maybe they don't have the arm strength to simply pull off a move like here to here, maybe they need a little bit more momentum. So you can think of it in terms of a triangle, this line, toe to toe, and then right up to here and right over to here. This is the path that they're going to work their body through. So it's a matter of fielding out front, and rather than this foot coming right to left and left to target, now we're thinking a bit of a step through where we're going right to the peak of the triangle, and then we're breaking our hands to get ready to throw over to our target. It can be done without baseballs. It can be done with a baseball. It can be done without a throw. It can be done with a throw. It can be done with you rolling a ball to them and then making the move. It can be done with you rolling it to them. So they're here, their feet are kind of rolling, and as the time comes, they're timing it up so that they get the baseball and step through to here. Then throw or don't throw. If you got them not throwing, it can be coming up to the line. It can be making that play, going to here, turning around, dropping the ball in the bucket, getting ready for the next turn. Next guy goes. It's my turn to come up. Coach is rolling me the baseball. I'm here, okay? If it's a toss coming from you, as I had stated before, we don't ever want them to run up here and get here and be here. It's a matter of chopping their steps, taking small steps, timing it up properly so that as they're getting ready to feel the contact of the baseball in their glove, their left foot is hitting the ground just before they get the baseball so that their energy and momentum can continue to pass through. We don't want them to come up to here, stop, get the ball, and then have to go. We want them to understand the concept of moving up to here, feet keep rolling, get the ball and go. If you want them to really work on priming their bodies properly and making sure they're getting into the right stance and working well through the baseball, you can even get them to shuffle twice before they drop the ball in the bucket or shuffle twice before they make their throw. So it can be coming up to here, contact with the baseball, 1, 2, okay? We don't want them carrying too long with their hands apart, so we don't want it to be this, And we definitely don't want it to be this either. It's just a small handbrake if we're going to get them to shuffle a couple times. It's going to be through here, 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 getting ready to throw. Never getting to here, never getting to here, standing up tall, kind of in this bad position here. So this is an entire series of drills that can progress. It can be one line of kids taking turns. It could be two kids at the same time here, and another one to here. It can be stepping up to the top of the triangle to get a little bit more momentum. It can be a true replace of the feet, right to left, left to target, to then get ready to make that throw.